Well, I have a treat for you today, guys. It's this bag right here. Finally, somebody built a bag around us eccentric, crazy wildlife photographers that is centered around our big lenses. This guy will hold up to 1200 millimeter lenses with the body attached completely fine, and all the compartments in it are made for us. The first bag I found that's really designed for wildlife photographers, so let's talk about it. Well, the bag we're talking about today is made by PGYTECH. It's called the 1ST Pro. So let's take a gander at it. The first thing I want to say is that PGYTECH has been making really good gear. One of my favorite pieces of equipment is that card reader of theirs and several other things I reviewed. Actually, I believe that may have been the roller bag I reviewed. I'm getting real distracted, guys. You might see some cuts here, but I got a pica that's just right next to me. Never fails when I come up here in Hatcher's Pass, is where we're at today, recording videos, and these animals start to decide, go, what's going on over here? I want to be in the film or something. So we will get done with this. We're going to photograph that little guy. So for starters, let's just go through the bag, talk about what it is. This guy is water resistant. It is not waterproof, so it does come with a rain cover. And you see this is a camouflage rain cover. Once again, wildlife centered, everything is. The pattern on this bag, when we were in the house, we couldn't see it. Now I'm outside, I can see it very well. This is a dark camo pattern. It's got a little green and black. It's real muted in it, but it still has a camo pattern in it too, which is really good. But again, water resistant, splash resistant to water falling on light rain, fine, heavy rain, put the rain cover on it, really good. The zippers on this are also water resistant. They're YKK zippers. They have a real good grip to them, so you can real quickly, one finger, get this thing open really nice. So the one feature I was talking about this that made it really center, besides the camo pattern stuff, while it's for wildlife photographers, is how it holds the camera. Let me open this guy up and show you what's inside here. This is my 400-2.8 with the lens hood on and the body, and there's plenty of room in here. So you can put your rig in here fully rigged up, and it sits right in the middle of this whole rig. It's awesome. With that, it's very well padded on the sides, and this right here has this padded structure here, so when you close it, not only have the padding like most backpacks are, you have an extra padding that runs down the lengths of your lens. So you get that extra protection, because I'm sure what they knew and what I know is the more padding I can get on this guy, the better, because this is our bread and butter. This is our money. I don't care if you have a $1,000, $1,800 lens, like a 2-800 or 1-600, or you have like I have here, which is up to a $14,000 lens. That's incredible. What this guy will hold inside of it, the strap out from underneath it so it sits a little better on the rock, it will hold up to a 1200 millimeter lens in here with the body attached. So you can put that Canon 1200 millimeter in here and it will fit. That's what makes this rig so cool and so valuable to me. To be able to have this in here all put together, where I can, when I stop, I can grab it, pull it out, shoot my shots, and go to town. I'm going to set this down here beside me right now. So I can move this bag around a little bit more and show you more about it. But being able to have your 1200 millimeter, your 500, your 600, your 180 600, your 2-day, whatever lens you got, with the body and the lens attached in here, and to be able to get to it that easily. Because like a lot of my other bags, you have camera inserts in them. So all my other bags that I've got, when you buy them, this is why I said wildlife centric. This guy's ready to go for a big lens. The other ones you get camera cubes, and most of the camera cubes you get with when you buy them are smaller, and they won't hold these big lenses. They'll hold 7200s and stuff a little bit bigger than that, but it won't hold a 180 600, a 2-day 800, the 400 thing, or things. It may hold a 400 4.5, but it won't hold these larger lenses that we use with the body attached. You can go buy the bigger cubes, but then you've got to buy the other cube, and they can be $100 or $200 sometimes for those larger camera cubes you put inside of it. If you're lucky like me, like the last bag I bought, my Action X bag, they traded out the camera cube for me to make it work for my larger lenses. But a lot of times you're just out that money. This guy's ready, and it's attached and put together. So that's what makes this bag really incredible, really incredible. And that extra padding here is awesome. And this bag is, as I noticed on the back, it is a 45-liter bag, so that's really cool too. But this one is really made for your camera gear. Another thing about it is, it's made really for that one big camera, but you can store inside here. There's side pockets that kind of cap the lens. They're really padded, but you can actually, like I have in here, I have a backup camera in this. It fits perfect. It's even got more room on the side where you put something else. On the other side, I have an action camera and I have another wide angle lens. So you could put not quite a 1:400, but yeah, you could put it sideways in here, but you could put some other lenses, wide angles in here you need for besides your wildlife lens. And it has a divider where you can put that in there. They zip right up out of the way, and they actually act as the neck down the side of the lens. That it actually has a couple feet in here, round feet, to get your lens hood to cup that, hold it great. When I put that camera in here, it doesn't move. It has a neck collar for it too, so you put it in there, and it has even a little brace here where you put in here where it closes all off. So you have like a micro 4/3 that really fits in there well. Or Sony, the Canon and Nikons have a little bigger neck, so they kind of sits out a little bit. But what I found with this guy is if I just put it here, angle it this way and strap it down, I've got the neck collar that holds it down really well. And this guy is full of pockets. So there's a zipper pocket here on this side. This goes half. It has a zipper pocket opposite on the outside. Really incredible. It has side pockets. We'll walk through in a minute why those are amazing. Go ahead and zip it up. Let's see, there's anything else on the inside? No, there's not. Okay. So I'll go ahead and zip her up real quick. Now to the outside of this bag. This guy has attachments, rings, everything all over it. It is crazy. So the first thing it's got on here that I like for the outside is your tripod, monopod, or your walking stick. So you just slide them in the side here. Very simple, like most bags. It has a strap over here. It straps over here to a D-ring on the side. Then you just cinch it down, and it's great. And this thing, as I was walking up here today, and I've used it a few other times, this doesn't move. A lot of bags, this will slide and move. This thing did not move at all. But this is a small rig AP10, very light. Favorite little tripod combo. It's so light, so easy to do in a hike and stuff like that. That makes it good for your trekking poles, your monopods, your tripods, all those things. Real easy on the side. Stuff this in here, but it's a big bag on the side. You can put plenty of stuff in here. It's got a rubber, so it really comes out. So on both sides, you have these MOLLE attachments everywhere. And just like this, I put a little D-ring here where I could put something, hang something off here if I want to. But both sides have that same pocket on both sides, and both have MOLLE on both sides. Up on the tops, you have more D-rings up here at the top. You have one down here at the bottom you can strap things to, and more at the bottom. In the front, you have rubber part. So this part right here, what I would put on it, I didn't put what I meant to put one in here, is a light rain jacket, your hat, when you store your hat, cinches down with that. Works perfectly simple, just like most bags have in the front. But that is attachments everywhere. There's down at the bottom. Now, another cool thing about this is this right here. When I set it up on something fairly flat, this has a padded and water resistant bottom to it, and it's pretty tough. So that's really good. So I don't know how many times you're hiking up, you're tired, that bag doesn't go down gently. You don't just set it down, you kind of thunk it. But this padding is pretty thick at the bottom. And then you have your lens with that curved piece for the top. And you got your lenses attached, so you're not getting close to your lens element. If you have a lens cap on, let's say somehow you'd take a lot of force to break that lens cap, you could damage the lens. But now you got more gap in there between that lens hood, lens cap, and your lens element. But this is great, so you can just set it down. That's what makes it nice. Which means you have 3 carry options with this guy also. So your traditional backpack, a handle on top, a very good handle, a comfortable handle. And then since the bottom's set up the way it does and when it's set in the back, you can put this on those trolleys. Any of those little carry trolleys you have, little wheels, you can put that on there, go buy one, an L-shaped trolley to roll it through the airport. Makes it even easier if you got this guy loaded down, especially you got a 1200 millimeter lens, big heavy body. You might want that, and other gear inside here. Well, the weight of this bag is 4.85 pounds. That's not the lightest bag out there on the market, but with a backpack that has the frame it has and all the padding and all that, it's in a really good weight in the class that it's at. The price of this guy, which is really good too, it comes at $280 on their website for PGYTECH. And I may have a link in here somewhere, may have a discount code, I don't know yet, but if I do, it'll be down in the description of the video. But it comes at $280, which is really nice because most of these hiking backpacks come in around $500. So you're saving, you know, a couple $100 on the pack itself, and it's made very well. Well, we've noticed even dragging across the rocks in the few days we've had it to play with it and mess with it and carry it out there, I don't see any marks whatsoever in the bag so far. So it's made really durable. So that, around $280, that's a pretty good buy for a bag, I think. Now let's go to the back of this backpack, because we kind of covered the front. Yeah, like I said, the pockets, the straps. We'll get the side pockets in a minute, because those are really the coolest part of this thing, besides the back. So the back part. You may not see it on camera very well, but this back is curved, and it's curved in the inside too, and it matches your shoulder blades right in here and your hips. So these two sides are kind of an angel wing design, where this right here is an extra padding where these side straps sit. Sits really good right in the middle of your back, and this fits really good across your shoulders, and it's curved like your back. So that's the very first thing I noticed when I put this thing on. It adhered to my back. A lot of backpacks, you'll feel them go off the back of your shoulders, or they sit real hard on your hips, or they sit real hard on your shoulders somewhere. But this guy, I felt it across the back of my shoulder blades all the way down to my hips. And that was very nice. And the way it's made, when you see it, really nice in here. It also has, like most backpacks in here, you got small, medium, large. You can change the height of these straps. So if you're a shorter person or a taller person or longer body or a shorter body actually, you can adjust this for your body height. So if you're a small in stature, woman, whatever, this will go down small. If you're a really big guy, long back, you can set it to large. I have it a little past medium, and it's almost perfect. Really good. Next thing is the waist straps. They are very comfortable. They're all the stuff's ventilated too, so the air, it's a little cool up here, so I can't really tell you hiking in hot weather how it feels, but here in Alaska, the padding on the back of these has been really nice. And again, you have more straps on these. You even have a little pocket here for a water bottle on this side, or whatever else you want to put in there. Really good. But back to these hip straps. This worked fairly well. Me and Don were messing with these straps, and they actually opened up really well. Didn't have to fuss with them a lot. A lot of times I'm like, kind of get them to work. They do have your little gather to gather up your excess in case you're smaller in stature. I'm bigger in stature, and so I had to add a little more to it. But they clip in really well. Very simple clips. Satisfying click. Opens very easily. The chest strap here, which is very important too, opened very well. It took a little bit of reaching for to figure out, but once you kind of realize where the clasp is, I'm used to them being on the right side more. This one's more on the left side for my other bags. But again, D-rings everywhere. That even on this side, you have a pocket right here that you unzip. That's where it's perfectly set. We tested it for cell phone. Cell phone fits right in there perfectly, because when you've got this on, you can't really get to your pockets. Don was mentioning that earlier. He liked that because you put it in there and you can't get to your pockets to get your phone. It's right there next to you, and just grab it real easily. Really nice. So that's the back of this thing, and I keep saying it's really nice, but it is. And you can also, I almost forgot, guys, you can remove the waist strap if you want to. You just undo it, it just velcros out of here. This also, before we get off the back, it does have a wire aluminum frame, aerospace aluminum frame in here, and it is curved. I can see it, feel it right here. which that means it's going to be rigid. When it's sitting on your back, it's not going to flex. If you don't have the metal frames or the heavy plastic frames, your bag's going to flex over time like a normal student backpack. They just start squashing this. This will always stay rigid. That's great. Do it again. That bug landed on my eyeball. Almost got it in there.
It didn't have no DEET there.
No kidding. The last part we're going to talk about this bag is actually these two side pockets. And this, besides how your lens sets all together and be able to pull it out and use it real quick, and then all the side compartments in there where you can put the extra camera, extra lenses, is this for wildlife. Camo pattern, camo rain cover, all that stuff. But these side pockets are incredible. Get this open here. So these zip open. Should have set this standing up. And they open up like little wing doors. And inside of these, you set it right here so I can get to it, sitting down. And then you have this pocket here, unzips. And in here I have my notebook. So this is just what I kind of record where we're at. I may put it here. Like today, I may not record much in here, but what I would do, keep a notepad in your backpack. This is really important. When you're out that day, put the date down. What's the weather like? What was the light like that day? And what subjects do you find and shoot? So we're out here looking for pikes. We can say today, they weren't cutting a lot of hay. They were just up barking. Get the weather, get that. And then over time, you'll start to learn how your things are. If they are still cutting hay, or they're getting flowers, or what kind of stuff. Were they up high, were they up low? All those things over time give you where the question is, I get a lot of people, how do you find your animals? This is how I do it. I also have the advantage of looking back to my videos, but if you don't do videos like I do, that notebook, I used to live by my notebook. When the times when I first found in Whittier, what day did I finally find my oyster catchers? When did I find the sandpipers? When were they gone? What time did certain flowers bloom that the hummingbirds come to? Things like that. So that's the first pocket. The second pocket on this guy is right here. This is battery compartment, so you can stick your batteries in these. Really nice. Next thing is you have another pocket here. I don't have anything in this pocket right now. Then you have a zipper pocket in front of that one. And then here, what do I have? I probably have my HDMI cable for my Atomos in here. I have one in every bag because Dawn will tell you, a lot of times I get outside and we get there and I don't have my parts, so I make sure I put it in every bag. So anyway, zip this guy back up. That's that side. Next side, more stuff, more goodies, more place to put stuff. Unzip it here, get her open. This side is a bunch of MOLLE slots right here. At the bottom you have pockets. And in here I have my lens wipes. I'm gonna drop them. And I have the extra straps. This comes with a bunch of extra straps you can put on these D-rings to strap things down to your bag. And then we have another pocket over here. What do I have in here? Actually, it's just the literature that came with this guy. I just stuffed it in here because I like to keep the literature with it in case I ever need it. But that's it for that pocket. So again, more storage. And it's, again, centric to wildlife photography. That other side has all those spots. You can put notebooks, you can put all your equipment. This thing had more spots than I could do for my wildlife photography. I could even stuff in this guy with these pockets. I could, let's say I want to go out, I'm going to take the drone out with me. And I don't need an extra camera. I can put where that extra camera went, put a drone in there, put other stuff, put my Atomos on the side. So you can set up for your adventures. I don't know if you could hear that, but that was a marmot very close. They make this long whistle, and Don's back there behind the camera, and his eyes got about that big, and he's like, get done with this video so I can go find the marmot. He's been after marmots whole trips. Why do you want to get up here? Anyway, that is the side pockets on that guy. That is what's nice. Now, another feature of this whole bag, and I'm trying to think, did I miss anything in this bag? And I'm sure I did, but those are the main features. And the biggest thing to me, before I show you the last feature that's really cool about this bag, is being able to have that lens all put together. You reach in your bag, pull it out. Most bags that you travel with like this, you've got to take apart because they're too big, with these big long lenses. Because this guy is made for the long lenses. And have them all together on a fly. Second thing is how comfortable this bag is with this back. This may be the most comfortable so far I've felt on my back. I had this thing loaded down. I probably had 30 pounds in this walking up here. And I told Don, I said, because he looked at me and he goes, "Whoa, a little tough walk up here." And I said, you know what? It's not that, I got 30 pounds, but it's not that bad because, I guess because it's sitting so well on my back is why. I didn't really feel A lot of times it's loaded in one area, your legs get tired or somebody's tired, but it was loaded across my whole back and it felt really good. Now, let me show you the last feature of this bag that's really cool, and it's the rain cover. So let me set the bag aside. And so this bag cover goes on your pack, and it's just got these little pinch cinches back here like anything that go all around. But what's cool is if your ground's a little wet or whatever, this thing opens up fairly flat. It's the way they made it like this. It's the one thing that when they sent me the bag that PGYTECH mentioned about this thing, which is really cool. You can lay this guy out on the ground when it's wet. This thing is water resistant and be waterproof on this side. So you can set it down where you need to set yourself down or your gear down while you're working on the wet ground. It's not raining, but the ground's wet. Pull this out, lay it down, set your stuff on top of it, get it ready however you need to. Or if you're just sitting waiting on an animal, put this under your butt so your butt doesn't get wet. You want to put your slickers on if you don't have them. Or if you do have your rain pants on, sit next to it, but put your gear over here where it doesn't get wet. But many times I'm shooting where it's been raining, it's muddy. This is going to be incredible. I can see myself using this a lot out there in the field. But that's the last feature I think that's really incredible in this bag. But this bag, I really like. It's incredible. I like it a lot. It may go home with Don. He uses this to backpack a lot of times for his camera gear because he has that small thing. But I'm sending him home with a gift rig that we're going to review and talk about later. He's been using. You haven't seen many pictures the last few times of him because he's using that camera and we can't reveal it just yet. This may be going back with him, which means I kind of want to order one of these for myself if I do. So we may fight. We have to arm wrestle over this. He's going to beat me because my left shoulder is messed up. But and that's the 1SD Pro from PGYTECH. I think it's a really innovative bag out there on the market right now, and I really like it, everything about it. And me and Don have an arm wrestling contest. I'll show you that later. But until next time I see you guys, get outside, go run that shutter.